UK में. So with them, we so we had a collaboration. We had a joint collaboration with them in 1978, and that is how we decided to start fluid coupling manufacturing in India. Okay, in our company. If we are talking about our products, आज के date पे we are exporting our products. So gearboxes, fluid couplings, then geared motors, small size gearboxes. हम लोग India में we are one of the leading players. But apart from that, we are exporting to over 70 countries. So I, Abhay, and then we have a team in place who take care of these sales. So these gearboxes or couplings which are going outside of the country are our responsibility. Okay. In India, we are having 3 manufacturing facilities, one in Pune, one in Aurangabad, and one near Kolkata. Right. We have R&D centers. 3 R&D center hai hamare in Pune, in Kolkata, and one in Chennai. So basically, the idea is to get talent from across the country and have a diversified business, not in terms of products, but in terms of our employees also. Okay, we are having a big team of engineers. Okay, the engineering team, basically all of us are also engineers, but unfortunately we are not doing the CAD part of it. Okay, so people focused in those drawings in engineering these products, we are having 70 and we are growing. Or we expand kar rahe is team mein. When we talk about dealers and distributors, we are having a big network of dealers inside India and outside of India as well, right? Industries में बहुत सारे applications रहते हैं, जैसे मतलब steel plant का हो या फिर power plant का हो, starting from the raw material processing till the cement gets packed in those bags. There are a lot of processes, inside a cement plant or a steel plant or whatever. So हम ये सारे applications में we are there. Okay, ये सब movement, there are movements inside a plant. So there is a mechanical transmission, and where there is a mechanical transmission, premium transmission is there. Okay, very strong sales and service team. And then as we speak, we are having over 10 million plus or more installations in India and across the globe. So this is what we spoke about in the previous slide. हमारे बहुत सारे offices है across the country, right? And then manufacturing facilities. We are also having service centers across the country. We have recently opened one in Dubai to take care of the service needs. So कोई भी जब machine चलती है तो there is a maintenance which is required, right? Because like a human body keeps needing maintenance, so similarly maintenance की जरूरत machines को भी पड़ती है. So machines के maintenance के लिए we have service team. Okay. As we spoke, 70 countries, more than 70 countries we are exporting. So if you see, right from Americas to Australia, we are exporting our products to all the countries. So I and my team are responsible for this business. Okay. These are the products that we are doing now. Idea is not to sell these products to you, but to tell you how a gearbox looks like. जो machines चलती हैं, तो वो machines किसके वजह से चलती है are these. Okay, worm gearbox, helical gearbox, planetary gearbox. To some extent, probably the 4th and 6th semester students might be aware of these, right? Then fluid coupling. This is what we are going to talk about in today's session. Okay. So what is fluid coupling? What is Premium doing in fluid coupling? Okay. So we entered into this business in 1978 in a collaboration with Fluid Drive. So Fluid Drive were the pioneers of this technology in UK. So उनके साथ हमने collaboration किया and we decided to have the manufacturing in India and produce these items here in India. We have a very, very comprehensive portfolio of fluid coupling products. Okay. कांस्टेंट है, वेरिएबल है। अभी इसमें डिटेल्स जो है हम जब आगे के स्लाइड्स देखेंगे विल गो कि क्या है कांस्टेंट, क्या होता है वेरिएबल स्पीड, क्या होता है फ्लूइड कपलिंग, क्या उनके यूजेस है, क्या एडवांटेजेस है, दिस विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट इन द अपकमिंग स्लाइड्स। स्कूप कपलिंग्स क्या होते हैं, दैट आल्सो वी विल टॉक। सो वी आर वन ऑफ आई थिंक वी आर इन द टॉप 2 players in the world who are producing scoop couplings. Okay, constant speed fluid couplings में we are number 1 in India. Highest population of variable speed fluid couplings. तो हम अपना जो हमारा जो इंजीनियर्ड प्रोडक्ट्स है एक कैटलॉग रहता है, ठीक है। So those catalog products we are making, and apart from that we do a lot of customization. जैसे बहुत सारे प्लांट्स में कैपेसिटी डिफरेंस रहता है उनका, व्हेन अ प्लांट इज गेटिंग बिल्ट, एक स्टील प्लांट जब बनता है, एक पावर प्लांट जब बनता है, अ लॉट ऑफ फैक्टर्स आर देयर, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द ज्योग्राफी, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द raw material availability, all these things, a lot of factors are there. So the capacity of a plant, the way the plant is designed, all these change. So when a plant design changes, the machines used in a plant also get changed. Okay, so we also make a lot of customized couplings and gearboxes, right? And then there's something called drive pack solutions, which is a combination of gearboxes and fluid couplings. तो जैसे हमने देखा यहाँ पे कि प्रीमियम इज वन कंपनी जिसके पास पूरा पैकेज है, मतलब फॉर अ मैकेनिकल ट्रांसमिशन व्हाटएवर इज रिक्वायर्ड, we are a one-stop solution. So we can make gearboxes also and fluid couplings also. So this together is called a power pack, right? Year on year we have seen a lot of growth in fluid coupling, so that means that this business is growing. Business is growing मतलब ये product का जरूरत market में है. Okay, so what you are studying in the college, you are going to, you or if not everyone, at least some of you are going to need this technology, need this knowledge when you are going outside of this college to industries. Okay, now from here on I'll give it to Abhay. So Abhay will talk about the products, the technology, क्या उसका technology है. I think right from the principle he'll start talking. ठीक है. So just Roja ma'am, is it okay? The speed is okay?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Now the Tamanna ma'am, she explained already about the significance of the product, fluid coupling and gearbox. So now let us understand how it looks and what is the application and what is the basic principle of fluid coupling. Let us make this session little more interactive because since it is an engineering product, अगर मैं बोलता रहूंगा तो maybe something may not be clear to you. अगर कुछ भी doubt होने से you can stop me and ask the questions.
Maybe the seminar hall, you can keep yourselves unmuted. If there are any questions, people can ask right away.
Yeah.
ठीक है, please make it interactive because see हम लोग इंडस्ट्री में अभी पिछला 15-20 साल से हैं. So what happens is generally we go in a flow, and probably being in sales we also get into sales mode at times. So right, so please
Yes.
keep asking questions.
Yeah. Right. So now you can see ये जो ड्राइव पैक जो तमन्ना मैम ने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया. So this is actual ड्राइव पैक जो आप देख रहे हैं राइट साइड. Can you see the cursor?
Yes, yes.
इसमें एक ऑप्शन रहता है, मैं तो दिक्कत.
Could you just help us with pointing a pointer on the cursor?
इसमें जाइए.
Annotate.
हाँ.
Are you able to see this arrow moving?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. Go ahead.
Yes. So now this part we call it a drive pack. जिसमें आप देखेंगे this is the electric motor. Maybe sometimes it can be diesel engine as well. So now after electric motor you find the fluid coupling. ये जो आप सिल्वर कलर का देख रहे हैं That is a fluid coupling. And after the fluid coupling, you can have the gearbox or many different machines. गियरबॉक्स के जगह पे आप आईडी फैन लगा सकते हैं, क्रशर लगा सकते हैं, पंप लगा सकते हैं. So there are a lot of applications where you can install the instead of gearbox, you can install other machine to connect the prime mover to the driven machine. So this complete configuration we call it a drive pack. So fluid coupling ऐसा दिखता है. जो fluid coupling आपको दिख रहा है, that we call it a constant speed fluid coupling. कांस्टेंट स्पीड इसके लिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि अगर मोटर जो है 2 पोल मोटर हो सकता है, 4 पोल मोटर हो सकता है. इफ इट इज a 4 पोल मोटर, then speed will be fixed 1500 rpm, and then always you get the output speed constant 1500 minus 3%. Usually the 3% is a slip in the fluid coupling. So इसमें आपको कोई भी चांस नहीं है स्पीड वेरिएशन का. So since a fluid coupling is delivering the power torque at the constant speed, this is reason we call it a constant speed fluid coupling. Also हमारे पास हम लोग मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग, जिसमें आप स्पीड वेरी कर सकते हैं from 20% to 100%. Any speed whatever you want, you can vary the speed, which we'll be talking in the later slide. That is, I hope it is clear. ये सिंपल है, जस्ट बताने के लिए कि फ्लूइड कपलिंग कैसा दिखता है.
Ask if anybody has gone to any cement plant.
So if anybody has got a chance to visit any of the power plant, cement or mining, maybe they might have seen how it looks in a practical application. Usually आप पावर प्लांट में जाएंगे तो उसमें बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बेल्ट होती है जहाँ पे आप फ्लूइड कपलिंग देखेंगे, या फिर कोल मिल होता है जो कोल को क्रश करके पाउडर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करता है, वहां पे भी आप फ्लूइड कपलिंग देखेंगे. सो यू फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन इन द पावर, सीमेंट एंड माइनिंग. Okay, I think this slide is okay. Now let us go to the next slide.
Change the screen. Shall I reshare?
Yes. Sorry, actually we are more comfortable with the Teams meeting, so Zoom is new to us.
Okay. So, yeah.
Now, this slide is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Seminar hall, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, we are responding. Are you getting our voice?
Hello.
Hello.
We can't hear
Hello.
you.
Maybe you can answer in general.
Sir, we are responding.
Are we audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible. Are you getting our voice, sir? We are responding.
We are not able to. Oh, okay.
Sir, you are audible. Hello.
Okay, sorry. There was a problem. So we will be joining from my screen. So we are audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Sorry, we were not able to hear.
There was
So
some
now
problem.
this
Yeah.
slide is visible to all of you? Because this is important.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, your screen is visible. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we are responding, sir. Might be there some technical issue or internet
Nothing, no
No,
problem.
no.
network issue.
There was a challenge at on our side. It's sorted now. We'll go ahead. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
good to go.
it's very important to understand the basic principle of the fluid coupling. आप लेफ्ट साइड में देखेंगे that is electric motor. We call it a prime mover. Prime mover gives the power or the torque to the any driven machine. Right side में आप देखेंगे जहाँ पे load लिखा हुआ है. Here we call it application side or any of the driven machine side. Here you can mount any machine. It can be pump, can be conveyor belt, or it can be crusher or any of the power transmission equipment. तो ये दोनों मशीन को जो कनेक्ट करता है, तो जो मिडिल में आप देख रहे हैं, that is a fluid coupling. So part, the first we call it a pump or impeller. We call it sometimes pump or sometimes it is also impeller. And then second part we call it a turbine or runner. So जो driven machine से connected होता है उसको runner बोलते हैं. जो component aluminium का बना होता है, blades रहता है उसमें, and which is connected to the prime mover, we call it a impeller, right? So these are the two basic component, pump and turbine or impeller or runner. Okay, so आप देखेंगे कि ये जो pump है, let us call it a pump just to avoid the confusion. So the pump part है, that is connected directly to the electric motor, which is rotating at a fixed speed, which can be 1500 RPM. Taking the oil from the sump, bottom side you can see the एक sump है जिसमें oil रखा हुआ है, and once you start rotating the pump, then it is collecting the oil and giving to the circuit, working circuit, and going back and falling on the turbine, and then the kinetic energy of the fluid converts back to the mechanical energy of the turbine, and which is connected to the load side, जो आपको लोड को रोटेट करता है या पावर ट्रांसमिट करता है. ये कंप्लीट प्रोसेस में आप देखेंगे देयर इज नो मैकेनिकल कनेक्शन. पंप और टरबाइन के बीच में कनेक्शन जो है फ्लूइड की वजह से है, मैकेनिकली कनेक्टेड नहीं है. दिस इज रीजन वी कॉल इट ए फ्लूइड कपलिंग. कपलिंग मतलब आपको मालूम है कि इट इज it helps to couple the two component. So here coupling happens because of the fluid. This is reason we call it a fluid coupling. So इसमें कोई मैकेनिकल कनेक्शन नहीं है, कनेक्शन इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड थ्रू द फ्लूइड ओनली. अभी आप देखेंगे बीच में जो एक डायग्राम दिख रहा है आपको, दैट इज द representation of the fluid coupling where the left side is a pump and right side is a turbine. उसके बीच में ऑयल रहता है, वो हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में देखेंगे, दैट विल बी मोर क्लियर टू यू. So now it is a simple concept. The pump part, which is a very small part in which you find a lot of blades inside, which is connected to the motor, and turbine part connected to the driven side. There is no mechanical connection. Power is transmitted through the help of the fluid. This is reason we call it a fluid coupling. ये basic fundamental है fluid coupling का. So now I stop here. If you have any doubt, let us discuss. Or if it is clear, we can proceed further. Yeah. Maybe next slide also we explain something similar. Maybe if you have a doubt, then you have to confirm, because now we are showing you one animation, if it is visible to you or not.
No, sir.
I can see a YouTube video.
So can you see the YouTube video display on the screen?
No, sir, it is not visible.
No? Okay. No problem. We can go to the next slide. Can you see the video, one of the video from YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's a very simple illustration. You see, there are two fans. पेडेस्टल फैन है जिसमें एक फैन जो है उसको हम स्टार्ट करेंगे और सेकेंड फैन को पावर सप्लाई नहीं देंगे. Then after some time you see what happens, and in between there is nothing placed. It is only air, no fluid, nothing, only air. So now let us start the video. You see, once you start the first fan, then the second fan also getting started. And now you have to understand why it is why the second fan blade is getting started. You see, yeah, then you see the complete video, then we talk about it. Yeah, you see the video, then try to understand what is happening here, then it will be more clear how the fluid coupling works. Okay. Okay, now I think you can correlate with these fans with the fluid coupling. So you tell me, the left part is a runner or impeller? We already explained it to you in the first slide. Sorry? Impeller, correct, very right. Left part is impeller getting the power from the electric motor, and right part is a runner which will be connected to the any of the driven machine. And now you tell me how this second plate is getting started. Which fluid is responsible for that?
Air.
Air, very right, yes, air. So now in this case, air is taking the power or energy from the impeller and transmitting to the runner, and runner is connected to the some other machine and giving back energy to the other machine. So in this case, power is transmitted through the air, so we can call it air coupling, no fluid coupling. Okay, but if you replace air with the oil or any of the fluid, it becomes the fluid coupling in the closed circuit. Now it is open circuit because we cannot entrap the air because it's completely open to the atmosphere. But now you have to make the arrangement, the closed arrangement, in which you put some oil or some water, and then you give the power supply only to the one part. We call it impeller. Then after some time, you will see that the power is getting transmitted to the other part without any mechanical connection. So connection is established through the fluid only. Okay, I think this video is very clear how this fluid coupling works. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Yeah, now you can see. Now you have to understand what happens here. If you put a glass, there is one glass plate between the two fans. Now you cannot transmit the air flow from one side to other side. So this glass plate is obstructing the power transmission. See here, once you put the glass plate, the second plate is not rotating because you have obstructed to flow of the air. अभी आपने ग्लास प्लेट लगाया तो एयर का मूवमेंट आपने स्टॉप किया तो सेकंड प्लेट भी नहीं घूमता है. Now you can see this will be converted to the impeller and runner. You see, so the fluid coupling looks like this only. Two component, major two component, impeller, runner. Between you find the fluid. You can see here. That's it. It's very simple. So in this case, you don't have the mechanical connection. Connection is established through the fluid only. अभी देखिए आप अंदर में ब्लेड्स रहता है एंड बेसिकली इम्पेलर इज मेड ऑफ द एल्युमिनियम। एल्युमिनियम का हम इसके लिए बनाते हैं क्योंकि लाइट वेट रखना है। Yeah, then we talk later why this we make with aluminum or some other metal. We can talk in the later slide. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Now let us go to the next slide. Yeah. Yes. Now, now let us try to understand what are the types of the fluid coupling. Left side में we call it a constant coupling, which already explained you. On right side में we call it a variable speed fluid coupling. जैसा हमने आपको बताया कि कांस्टेंट स्पीड इसके लिए बोलते हैं कि नाउ इधर ये वाला लेफ्ट पार्ट में मोटर कनेक्टेड है, राइट पार्ट में इट मे बी कनेक्टेड टू सम अदर मशीन, and now here you don't have the flexibility to vary the speed. So this output shaft always rotates at the constant speed. So this is reason we call it a constant speed fluid coupling. But अगर आप ये बड़ी वाली मशीन देखेंगे तो ये वाला शाफ्ट जो है लेफ्ट साइड में that is connected to the electric motor, and output shaft जो आपको नहीं दिख रहा है that will be connected to the any of the machine. So output shaft का speed variation आप कर सकते हैं whatever you require. So this is reason we call it a variable speed fluid coupling. So coupling में आपको दोनों possibilities है. You can get the constant speed and you can get the variable speed. अभी next question ये होगा कि आप variable speed आपको चाहिए क्यों? तो वो प्रोसेस का रिक्वायरमेंट होता है। जब आप पंप इंडस्ट्री में जाएंगे, पावर इंडस्ट्री में जाएंगे, तो पंप का फ्लो और हेड को चेंज करना होता है। तो पंप का फ्लो और हेड चेंज करने के लिए पंप का स्पीड को वैरी करना होता है। तो स्पीड को वैरी करने के लिए आपके पास दो ऑप्शन रहेगा। एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस है, वी कॉल इट ए वेरिएबल फ्रीक्वेंसी ड्राइव। With the help of variable frequency drive, you can also vary the speed and getting the desired flow and head of the pump. दूसरा ये मैकेनिकल डिवाइस है फ्लूइड कपलिंग, जिससे आप स्पीड को वैरी कर सकते हैं एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द पंप। तो इसके लिए हम वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग इंडस्ट्री को देते हैं और कांस्टेंट स्पीड भी देते हैं एज पर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट। या ओके, नाउ लेट अस गो टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। Sorry, this is a YouTube video. Sorry. This is a little inconvenient. Okay. तो यस यस तो अभी तक हमने देखा है कि बेसिक प्रिंसिपल हाउ इट वर्क्स, वो कैसे काम करता है फ्लूइड कपलिंग। उसके बाद हमने देखा कि कांस्टेंट स्पीड और वेरिएबल स्पीड टू टाइप्स ऑफ द फ्लूइड कपलिंग होता है। और नीचे जो आप देख रहे हैं ब्लॉक्स, उसमें बहुत सारा एप्लीकेशन लिखा हुआ है। तो ये सब जो कपलिंग है ये पावर प्लांट में फैंस में यूज होता है, कन्वेयर बेल्ट में यूज होता है, बकेट एलिवेटर, क्रशर, पेपर पल्पर, स्टैकर रिक्लेमर, स्लरी पंप, वॉलेट फीड पंप एंड स्लरी पंप. So these are the popular application where we use the constant and variable speed fluid coupling. Okay, mostly you find these kind of application in the power and cement industry. Yes. Now this video is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now it is again the same video. You can see here the left part is a impeller, right part is a runner. Between you find the fluid.
Okay, so this fluid is responsible to transmit the power from left part to right part. This is the same video what we shown in the past slide. You see, now there are some statement here. You can read it. There is no mechanical connection between input and output members. Okay, so this is one of the major advantage using the fluid coupling. The power is transmitted by a ring of the oil. बीच में जो आप देख रहे हैं ना, ring of the oil, we call it a vortex. ये vortex ही power transmit करता है. Okay, and ये vortex oil का भी हो सकता है, water का भी हो सकता है. We talk later. And then the combination of impeller runner, we call it a working circuit. तो ये जो complete combination है उसको working circuit बोलते हैं. And this last point is very important. Difference between input and output speed is normally expressed with the respect of the input speed as a percentage and referred as a slip. तो ये point क्या है कि अगर मान लीजिए left side, if it is rotating at the constant speed, right side will be rotating at the less speed. तो वो differential speed को हम slip बोलते हैं. I mean अगर ये 1500 RPM पे rotate कर रहा है तो ये 1450 RPM पे rotate करेगा. 50 RPM लोअर स्पीड पे रोटेट करेगा. ओके, सो वो जो डिफरेंशियल स्पीड है उसको हम लोग स्लिप बोलते हैं. नाउ कांस्टेंट स्पीड का हमने बात किया. सो लेट अस टॉक अबाउट द वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग. हमने लास्ट स्लाइड में दिखाया था ये पिक्चर आपको. ये देखिए, ये वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग है. This shaft, what you can see here, that will be connected to the electric motor and output जो नहीं दिख रहा है आपको, वो आप कोई भी मशीन से कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. इसका यूज ये है कि कांस्टेंट स्पीड इनपुट साइड में है, आउटपुट साइड में यू कैन वेरी द स्पीड एज पर योर रिक्वायरमेंट. अब स्पीड वेरिएशन कैसे होता है, लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड इन दिस पिक्चर. इसमें आप देखेंगे द रेड पोर्शन जो है वो इम्पेलर है, बिकॉज आप देखेंगे रेड पोर्शन इज कनेक्टेड टू द लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ द शाफ्ट जो मोटर से कनेक्टेड है. एंड ब्लू पोर्शन वो रनर है, दैट इज कनेक्टेड टू द आउटपुट शाफ्ट. एंड ये आउटपुट शाफ्ट जो है वो ड्रिवन मशीन से कनेक्टेड होगा. बिटवीन दिस टू इम्पेलर यू कैन सी हियर देयर इज अ स्मॉल गैप. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मैकेनिकली कनेक्टेड नहीं है. और ये दोनों के बीच में जो येलो पार्ट आप देख रहे हैं दैट इज फील्ड विद द ऑयल. तो बहुत सिंपल प्रिंसिपल है. अगर आप क्वांटिटी को कांस्टेंट रखते हैं तो यू ऑलवेज गेट द कांस्टेंट स्पीड, बट विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम मैकेनिज्म इफ यू कैन वेरी द अमाउंट ऑफ द ऑयल इनसाइड द सर्किट, इनसाइड द इम्पेलर्स, देन यू गेट द वेरिएबल स्पीड. तो वो आपको सोचना है. बीइंग एन इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट यू हैव टू थिंक how you can vary the amount of the fluid while working condition. वो आप सोचेंगे, then you will come to know कि उसमें कुछ अरेंजमेंट अपने को बनाना पड़ेगा जिसमें आप एक हॉलो स्कूप ट्यूब इंस्टॉल करें जो ऑयल कलेक्टर का काम करेगा. I mean this scoop tube will be collecting the oil from the circuit and ये scoop tube को आपका पोजीशन को आपको वेरी करना होगा. If it is at the bottom position, then the complete oil will be collected through the hollow tube. This tube is a hollow tube, and then oil goes inside, and here also there is a hole and comes back to the sump. So ये tube अगर bottom position में है, then there is no oil, then you get the zero speed. आपका output shaft जो है rotate ही नहीं करेगा. But if you need the maximum speed, then you have to pull out the scoop tube at 100% position, which is on the top. Here at this position. तो जब आप यहाँ पे स्कूप ट्यूब को पुल आउट करेंगे, देन ये कंप्लीट कपलिंग मैक्सिमम ऑयल से फील्ड रहेगा, देन यू गेट द मैक्सिमम स्पीड. सो आप स्कूप ट्यूब का रेगुलेशन करके स्पीड वेरिएशन कर सकते हैं. सो इट्स वेरी सिंपल. इफ यू पुट द स्कूप ट्यूब ऑन द बॉटम यू गेट नो स्पीड, जीरो स्पीड. इफ यू पुट द स्कूप ट्यूब एट द टॉप यू गेट द मैक्सिमम स्पीड. If you want the intermediate speed, then you have to fix the scoop tube position at intermediate position. So आपको जो भी speed चाहिए, accordingly you have to position the scoop tube and then you get the desired speed. ये काम कौन करता है? स्कूप ट्यूब को रेगुलेशन करने का काम जो है एक्चुएटर करता है. आप यहाँ देखेंगे ये एक्चुएटर है. लेफ्ट साइड में जो पिक्चर है उसमें ये वाला पार्ट वी कॉल इट एक्चुएटर, और ये एक्चुएटर से आप देखिए एक छोटा सा रॉड आपको दिख रहा है, दिस इज कॉल्ड द स्कूप ट्यूब। सो ये स्कूप ट्यूब को रेगुलेट करने के लिए ये एक्चुएटर होता है, और राइट साइड में यही वाला जो स्टील रॉड है दैट इज दिस रॉड। ओके, सो 0% पोजिशन नो स्पीड, top 100% position highest speed, any intermediate speed if you want, you have to regulate the position accordingly with the help of the actuator. It's very simple, nothing big rocket science here. और देखिए ऑयल का सर्किट कैसे काम करता है। हियर यू कैन सी देयर इज द शाफ्ट ड्रिवन पंप, ये जो रेड पोर्शन है दैट वी कॉल इट ए शाफ्ट ड्रिवन पंप। इसको ड्राइव जो है मेन मोटर से मिलता है। So once main motor is rotating at certain speed, say for example 3000 rpm, then this gear pump sucking the oil from the sump, ये जो है ना ये bottom जो coupling का portion है that we call it a sump, taking the oil from the sump and then you can delivering to the cooler, ये जो bottom horizontal है that we call it a cell and tube type cooler। ये कूलर का काम इसके लिए है क्योंकि ये कंप्लीट ऑपरेशन में स्लिप रहता है, स्लिप की वजह से टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होता है, तो नाउ यू हैव टू कूल डाउन द ऑयल। तो ये फंक्शन कूलर के थ्रू होता है। सो हियर यू गेट समथिंग 90 डिग्री टेम्परेचर, वंस इट इज ए कूल डाउन यू गेट द टेम्परेचर ऑफ 65 डिग्री। सो ये कूलिंग होने के बाद देन कंप्लीट ऑयल गोज बैक टू द वर्किंग सर्किट। तो ये ऑयल का मूवमेंट फ्लो है, gear pump taking the oil from the sump going to the cooler, from the cooler it is coming back to the working circuit। ठीक है, तो ये इसमें कंप्लीट अगर कंपोनेंट देखेंगे तो ये रेड पोर्शन इज मेड ऑफ एल्युमिनियम, ग्रीन पोर्शन इज अगेन द मेड ऑफ एल्युमिनियम, शाफ्ट इज मेड ऑफ द स्टील, दिस शाफ्ट आउटपुट शाफ्ट इज मेड ऑफ द स्टील, स्कूप ट्यूब इज मेड ऑफ द स्पेशल मेटल एंड कंप्लीट हाउसिंग इज मेड ऑफ द कास्ट स्टील। ये जो आप देख रहे हैं ना लेफ्ट साइड में, दिस इज वी कॉल इट हाउसिंग ऑफ द फ्लूइड कपलिंग, और ये हाउसिंग के अंदर में रोटेटरी असेंबली रहता है जो आप देख पा रहे हैं राइट पिक्चर में। आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर, इफ समथिंग इज नॉट क्लियर यू कैन आस्क मी। और if
There is a rule here, if you don't ask then Abhay asks.
yes
Huh? So either you have to ask or Abhay will ask. So it's up to you.
Abhay sir.
Abhay sir will ask. Okay, Abhay sir, please ask.
yes एक कूलर का क्या जरूरत है, हमने कूलर यहाँ पे क्यों लगाया है? somebody can reply।
So due to sleep, the temperature of oil rises.
Yeah, so why the temperature rises? What is the reason to increase the temperature during the whole process? Okay, no problem. Let me explain to you again. As I explained you, there is a slip between two impellers, और ये slip जो है ना वो oil को heat up करता है, ये slip की वजह से। तो अगर 3% slip है तो then it will cause the increase in the oil temperature। अगर आप कूलर इंस्टॉल नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा कि कंटिन्यूअसली ये टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होता रहेगा। So then it can damage your internals of the fluid coupling. It can damage the bearings. It can damage the oil seal of the fluid coupling. So now you have to use the oil cooler, which will be cooling down the oil from 90 degree to 65 degree. And 65 degrees is the right temperature for the bearing. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. What is the function of scoop tube? अगर आप ये complete process से scoop tube आप निकाल दें तो क्या होगा?
Sir, constant speed होता है.
Exactly, very good. Yes. So अगर आप scoop tube निकाल दें तो then it becomes the constant speed coupling, because you do not have a flexibility to change the oil quantity, oil volume inside the working circuit. So the scoop tube is only responsible to vary the amount of the oil inside the fluid coupling. Good.
I was just thinking, nobody asked
Why do we keep oil, water? There are so many fluids in the world, right? We can keep tea, coffee, है ना? Water भी रख सकते हैं ना? Abhay has been talking about oil. We just need a fluid. अभी air देखा, and then since we saw air, Abhay has been talking about only oil. हम beer भी रख सकते हैं. We can keep beer as a fluid. Anything which is a fluid we can keep, right? Tea, coffee, water, beer, anything. Why don't we keep? Any answers?
विस्कोसिटी लो होती है
Sorry?
विस्कोसिटी जो होती है ऑयल की वो लो होती है तो मूवमेंट इसकी हो जाती है ऑयल की ज्यादा होती है.
Okay, it's very close to the answer. Very well said. Transmit the power. तो ये केस में आपका ऑयल का विस्कोसिटी ISO BG 32 या ISO BG 46 रहता है. लेकिन अगर आप टी यूज करेंगे, कॉफी यूज करेंगे और मे बी बियर यूज करेंगे और सम अदर फ्लूइड यूज करेंगे तो वो विस्कोसिटी वो अचीव नहीं होगा. You can rotate the shaft, you can transmit the power, the slip loss will be very high. For example, अगर आप ऑयल की जगह पे टी यूज किया, उसमें टी डाल दिया फ्लूइड कपलिंग में, तो definitely you can transmit the power, no problem. But the problem is the slip will be very high. The efficiency of the complete product will come down near about 40%, 50%. लेकिन जब आप ऑयल यूज करेंगे तो efficiency becomes 97%, only 3% loss. So just to optimize the performance of the fluid coupling, we use the oil as a working media, no other fluid. We can also use the water because water viscosity and the specific close to the requirement. Okay? So हमारा बहुत सारा प्लांट है इंडिया में जो अंडरग्राउंड माइनिंग के लिए, जहाँ पे कस्टमर या जो यूजर हैं they use water, no oil. Advantage क्या है कि water is easily available, it is a very cheaper solution, okay? And then it can transmit the more power because specific gravity of the water is higher than the oil. But the problem is if you are going to use the water, then it cannot lubricate the bearing, क्योंकि bearing को lubricate करने के लिए आपको oil चाहिए, water से corrosion होगा and also the lubricate नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो वाटर कपलिंग की स्पेशल डिजाइन होता है जिसमें हम ग्रीस लुब्रिकेटेड बेरिंग यूज करते हैं. तो उसमें बेरिंग में लाइफ टाइम ग्रीस लुब्रिकेटेड स्पेशल बेरिंग रहता है और उसको हम वाटर से डिस्कनेक्ट करने के लिए एक सीलिंग अरेंजमेंट बनाते हैं. तो बेरिंग नेवर कम्स इन कांटेक्ट विद द वाटर. तो वी कैन यूज ईदर ऑयल और वाटर depending upon the application requirement. If it is a water, then we have to make some design changes in such a way that the bearing will be lubricated through the grease and there should not be any contact between the bearing and water. So that is a special design. Okay, but if you are going to use with the tea, coffee or some other, then efficiency will come down, which is not desirable. Is it clear?
Yes sir.
Perfect. Yes, do first. जल्दी अभी तो ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा. Yeah, so now already many points already discussed in the past slide. So let us talk about the advantage of using the fluid coupling. जब आप fluid coupling left side में आप देखेंगे advantage of the constant speed and advantage of the variable speed right side में. Constant speed का advantage आप देखें कि soft start है. जैसे आप घर में भी जब आप फैन यूज करते हैं और बहुत ओल्ड फैन है तो जब बटन ऑन करते हैं तो अब्रप्टली फैन स्टार्ट्स. So it is a very strong start, which is sometimes not be good for the life of the machine. So you have to ensure that the fluid coupling helps to start the your driven machine softly. Okay, so this is one of the advantage. कन्वेयर बेल्ट में अगर आपने फ्लूइड कपलिंग यूज नहीं किया तो बेल्ट का लाइफ कम हो जाएगा. से फॉर एग्जांपल इफ इट इज डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड टू द बेल्ट देन ये 6 मंथ का लाइफ देता है. But if you are going to use the fluid coupling between the belt and electric motor, it can extend the life up to 5 years. So the fluid coupling helps you to enhance the life of the driven machine because of the soft start. This is the first important advantage. Then low starting current. अगर आपका इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड है तो देन मोटर विल कंज्यूम द 6 times higher current than the nominal current, which is a very high current. But if you use the fluid coupling, the motor will consume only the 1.5 times the current of the nominal current of the motor. So this is a highly energy efficient method. During the starter, the motor consumes the very low current, which is good to save the energy. Okay? Then overload protection. अगर मान लीजिए लोड साइड में आपने मशीन को बहुत ज्यादा लोड कर दिया तो देन प्राइम मूवर इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर का वाइंडिंग जल जाएगा. Then you will damage the electric motor. Okay, तो फ्लूइड कपलिंग क्या करेगा, ओवरहीट होके उसमें एक फ्यूजिबल प्लग होता है, वो मेल्ट होगा और वो मेल्ट होके कंप्लीट ऑयल बाहर आ जाएगा एंड देन दिस विल डिस्कनेक्ट फ्रॉम द इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर. So if you are using the fluid coupling, it will safeguard the life of the electric motor. Shock absorption. ये टॉर्सनल वाइब्रेशन को ट्रांसमिट नहीं करता है because working media is a fluid. So it can absorb the shock, which is a very big advantage to the industry. Then load balancing. एक ही कन्वेयर बेल्ट में आपने 5 कपलिंग लगाया है तो पांचों कपलिंग जो है अलग अलग लोड बैलेंसिंग करके इंश्योर करेगा कि ऑल द इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर विल कंज्यूम द सेम करंट. वो एक मोटर पे ज्यादा लोड नहीं आएगा. So that is we call it a load balancing, which is again the big advantage using the fluid coupling. And high reliability because it's a mechanical drive, mechanical device. So the reliability is much better. Sometimes it can go the life up to 30 years. So अगर आपने आज coupling लगाया तो it can run up to the 30 years of the which is a life span of the any of the power plant. अगर मान लीजिए आज आपने पावर प्लांट सेटअप किया है और 30 इयर्स के बाद अगर पावर प्लांट को डिसमेंटल करने वाले हैं तब तक फ्लूइड कपलिंग चलता रहेगा, सेम कपलिंग. सो इट इज अ वेरी हाईली रिलायबल प्रोडक्ट. नाउ वेरिएबल स्पीड कपलिंग में यू गेट द almost similar benefit, only you can get the variable torque here. So apart from the other benefit, you can vary the torque as per the requirement of the application. All other the advantage are similar to the constant speed fluid coupling. Is it okay for you?
Yes sir.
अगर कुछ भी डाउट है तो you can stop me and ask. Now let us talk about the metallurgy of the fluid coupling. हमने आपको पहले बताया ये सब मेन पार्ट्स है कपलिंग का. इनपुट शाफ्ट, इम्पेलर, रनर, बैक केजिंग, स्कूप केजिंग, आउटपुट शाफ्ट, स्कूप हाउसिंग एंड बेयरिंग. ये शाफ्ट EN24 स्टील का बना हुआ है. इम्पेलर it can be aluminum, it can be cast iron, it can be steel. तो पावर डेंसिटी के अकॉर्डिंग हम सेलेक्ट करते हैं कि कौन सा मेटल को यूज करना है. If power density is low, then we have to use the aluminum. Density is below 2 megawatt, then we have to use the cast iron. If it is above the 2 megawatt, then we have to go for the steel material. Okay, and then bearing, we can have the variety of the bearing. All bearings are the anti-friction bearing. Okay. Now मैंने आपको बोला कि हमारी कपलिंग में हम कूलर भी यूज करते हैं. सो कूलर लुक्स लाइक दिस वन. लेफ्ट साइड में वी कॉल इट एयर कूल्ड रेडिएटर. राइट साइड में आप देख रहे हैं उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग सेल एंड ट्यूब टाइप हीट एक्सचेंजर. और बीच में दिस इज वी कॉल इट इलेक्ट्रिकल एक्चुएटर. सो दीज ऑल कंपोनेंट्स आर द एक्सेसरीज टू help the fluid coupling to ensure the smooth operation of the fluid coupling. And this is the electronic part, the robust control by the electronic instrumentation. आप ये देखेंगे सामने जो दिख रहा है that we call it a control panel. So the control panel is the interface between the fluid coupling and the DCS control room. तो जो कंट्रोल रूम में जो ऑपरेटर या टेक्नीशियन बैठा है वहां से ही वो फ्लूइड कपलिंग को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंट्रोल पैनल। ये it is a completely automated device. You don't require to manually drive the fluid coupling. So it's a 100% automated device. Then this is the flow process chart of the power industry. You may be aware.
Been to any power plant? Anybody of you? I'm not able to see any hands raised up. Okay, so we'll just quickly, take you through a process flow chart of a thermal power plant. So you get to know कि क्या-क्या processes होता है, कहाँ पे transmission होता है, mechanical transmission होता है, कहाँ पे ये couplings लगते हैं. That will just give you a little bit brief. Okay.
Yes. Also, whenever you go for the placement, then maybe this may be interesting topic for all of you, because in the interview also they may ask you something related to the power plant. So for any mechanical or maybe sometimes civil engineer as well, it's a very interesting topic. So you must understand the flow process of the power industry. So let us try to understand how to, complete process. आप यहाँ देखेंगे पोर्ट से कोल आता है, अनलोडिंग होता है, देन इट गोज टू द कोल हैंडलिंग प्लांट। कोल हैंडलिंग प्लांट का काम क्या है कि बड़े साइज का कोल को क्रश करके छोटा साइज का कोल में कन्वर्ट करना। Yeah, so this all part you can see the big conveyor belt. Okay, so taking the coal from the port and giving to the coal handling plant. उसमें बहुत सारा क्रशर लगा होता है। क्रशर का काम क्या है कि 200 मिलीमीटर का कोल को कन्वर्ट करता है 0.2 मिलीमीटर का कोल में, वेरी स्मॉल कोल में, स्मॉल साइज कोल में। देन इट गोज टू द कोल मिल्स। कोल मिल्स का क्या काम है, 0.2 मिलीमीटर का जो कोल है, स्मॉल पार्टिकल, उसको पल्वराइज्ड कोल में कन्वर्ट करता है, पाउडर कोल में। तो इट लुक्स लाइक ए पाउडर। ओके, सो ये कोल मिल को बोलते हैं बाउल मिल, BOWL, बाउल मिल, और पल्वराइजर भी बोलते हैं। सो द फंक्शन ऑफ द कोल मिल इज टू कन्वर्टिंग द स्मॉल साइज कोल टू द पाउडर कोल। फिर प्राइमरी एयर फैन, इसका काम क्या होता है कि ये पल्वराइज्ड कोल को या पाउडर कोल को फ्लो करके फर्नेस में फीड करना। ये हाई प्रेशर फ्लो जनरेट करता है ये फैन, एंड देन टेकिंग द पाउडर कोल एंड ब्रिंगिंग बैक टू फर्नेस। फर्नेस का काम क्या है, यहाँ पे एक वाटर ट्यूब्स रहता है अंदर में, जिसमें हम वाटर सप्लाई करते हैं और उसको गर्म करना है। तो गर्म करने के लिए वी हैव टू क्रिएट सम हीट एनर्जी इनसाइड द फर्नेस। तो ये जो कोल हमने सप्लाई किया है उसमें फायर बॉल क्रिएट करते हैं, एंड द फायर बॉल giving the energy to the water and converting water to the steam. और ये steam जो है going to the turbine blades. So 3 turbines होता है, HP turbine, IP turbine and LP turbine. So इसको super heated steam बोलते हैं, which is a very high temperature and high pressure, and this helps to rotate the turbine blades, and this turbine blades is connected to the generator and generating the electricity and giving back to the grid. So this is the complete flow process of the power plant, and in the entire process you can see there are several applications where we can talk about the fluid coupling. जैसे conveyor belt में हम constant and variable fluid coupling लगा सकते हैं। Coal mills में you can use constant as well as variable both couplings. Then a boiler feed pump, जो हमने आपको बोला कि इसमें water tubes होता है जिसमें पानी flow करता है, ये वाटर ट्यूब्स में पानी लाने के लिए एक हेवी ड्यूटी पंप लगा रहता है। ये पंप का फ्लो और हेड को वेरी करना पड़ता है डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द बॉयलर रिक्वायरमेंट। इसके लिए यहाँ पे कंपल्सरीली हम वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग ही लगाते हैं। सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल एप्लीकेशन इन द पावर इंडस्ट्री वेयर वी टॉक अबाउट द वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग। उसके बाद जब आप कोयला को बर्न करते हैं देन यू जनरेट द सम स्मोक। सो ये स्मोक जो है आईडी फैन इसको शर करता है, इंड्यूस्ड ड्राफ्ट फैन, आईडी फैन, एंड गिव बैक टू द चिमनी। चिमनी से ये स्मोक बाहर निकल जाता है, राइट। तो आईडी फैन में भी जो है हम कांस्टेंट एंड वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग लगा सकते हैं। ये स्लाइड का पर्पस ये है कि जस्ट टू एक्सप्लेन यू कि पावर प्लांट कैसे ऑपरेशन करता है और वहां पे फ्लूइड कपलिंग का क्या यूसेज है। Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Now this already you can see here there are a lot of fluid coupling. Left side में it is all constant and right side में it is all variable. Constant speed में आप देखिए different types of fluid coupling है. ये selection हम करते हैं based on the application requirement or the customer requirement, right? So आप देखिए कहीं पे delay chamber लगा हुआ है, कहीं पे wider delay chamber लगा हुआ है, okay? कहीं पे interface में disc coupling लगा हुआ है to connect the driven machine. कहीं पे आप देखेंगे pulley लगा हुआ है. Pulley is for the radial application. ये देखिए ये complete fluid coupling steel body का है. Steel body usually it goes to the underground mining. A मतलब aqua fill fluid coupling. So A stands for the aqua. Aqua means water. So this coupling is utilized only for the water as a working medium. No oil inside. So there are variety of the fluid coupling, and based on the application requirement, we have to make the selection and the discuss with our users. And ये variable speed coupling भी बहुत तीन तरह का होता है. First is we call it a scoop coupling, and second is also the scoop coupling but the special design, and third one we call it a diesel application. So input side में instead of the electric motor you have to mount the diesel engine. No electric motor, diesel engine, because यहाँ पे एक flange होता है which will be connected to the diesel flywheel. So now this is output side. Okay, so now we also call it a hydrodynamic clutch. अगर आपको disengage करना है तो solenoid valve को supply बंद करना होगा, engage करना है तो solenoid valve को voltage supply करना होगा 24 volt DC supply. तो I mean उतना डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Only you have to understand कि दो तरह का कपलिंग होता है. कांस्टेंट में भी बहुत सारा वैरायटी होता है और वेरिएबल में भी 3 डिफरेंट टाइप्स है. ओके, एंड ये सिलेक्शन जो है हम एप्लीकेशन के अकॉर्डिंग करते हैं. Now this is the typical application in which we can talk about the constant speed fluid coupling. आप देखिए conveyor belt, it's a long conveyor belt. ये बेल्ट हेल्प करता है मेटल्स को, मिनरल्स को एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट में ट्रांसफर करने के लिए. तो ये बेल्ट को मूव करने के लिए आपको इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर चाहिए, गियर बॉक्स चाहिए. इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर और गियर बॉक्स के बीच में फ्लूइड कपलिंग लगा होता है. सेंट्रीफ्यूज इट इज मेजरली इन द रिफाइनरी. आप रिलायंस रामनगर जाएंगे तो यू फाइंड लॉट ऑफ सेंट्रीफ्यूज देयर. स्टैटर रिक्लेमर इट इज इन द पावर इंडस्ट्री, कोल हैंडलिंग प्लांट में यूज होता है. बकेट एलिवेटर इन द सीमेंट प्लांट. वुड चिपर जहाँ पे आप बड़े साइज का वुड देते हैं और उसको पाउडर वुड में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, यहाँ पे भी कपलिंग का यूज होता है. एंड अंडरग्राउंड कन्वेयर बेल्ट में भी आप एक्वा फ्लूइड कपलिंग यूज करते हैं जहाँ पे ऑयल की जगह पे वाटर यूज करते हैं. एंड देन दिस इज द एप्लीकेशन फॉर द वेरिएबल स्पीड फ्लूइड कपलिंग. So pump है, fan है, slurry pump है, mobile crusher, again wood chipper and long conveyor. So these are the application where you have to vary the speed with the help of the speed fluid coupling. Okay. Then this is the load testing setup in our factory in Aurangabad. आप जब coupling बना लिया तो you have to make the load testing before dispatching, otherwise you make a mistake. So now you can see here, this is the electric motor, this is dynamometer, where you have to apply the load. Between these two spaces, you have to mount the fluid coupling. Okay, and then you apply the 2000 Newton meter load with the help of the dynamometer. Then you check the vibration, you check the temperature, you check the pressure, and you check the leakage, and also you check the sound at 1 meter distance. So all the parameter, if it comes within the defined limit, then we have to approve it. Then the coupling is ready for the dispatch. So this is one of the critical manufacturing process where we ensure the quality of the product. और हम एक रिपोर्ट भी जनरेट करते हैं, वो रिपोर्ट भी यूजर को जाता है. Is it okay or you have some question here?
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. Now this is a opportunity in the global industry. Here you can see it's the global map where we talk about the mining companies and cement companies. आप देखेंगे world wide, every country में, every continent में you find the mining industry. So it is a huge industry. So showing this slide, the purpose of showing this slide is to talk about the opportunities for you guys If you understand the industry, you understand the application, you can venture and you can maybe utilize your experience to the various application globally, not within the India only. So likewise, cement industry also, you can see a lot of cement industry globally. Okay? And अगर आप potential की बात करेंगे तो then you can see here एक power plant में 500 foot coupling, sorry mining में 500 foot coupling use होता है. Only one mining 5 million ton per annum का capacity वाला mining में 500 foot couplings you can use. In one of the thermal power plant you can use 200 foot couplings. And cement plant में 25 foot couplings. So potential wise आप देखेंगे तो all core industry में this is one of the very popular application fluid coupling का. Okay, and also this will give you the some little bit glimpse regarding your the future career in the global market. If you understand the product, understand the industry, understand the customer requirement. So you have the very good opportunity to place yourself to the industry all over the world.
Keeping the slide is, what we talked in the beginning. Right? You are studying in a college, you probably think इसको हम use कहाँ करेंगे, ये क्या करने वाले हैं, right? जैसे हम बचपन में भी पढ़ते थे, right? प्लस माइनस पढ़ते थे. We didn't know कि इसको मतलब टीचर पढ़ा रहे थे, हमको एग्जाम में आ रहा था, मम्मी डांट रही थी, पापा डांट रहे थे और हमको ये प्लस माइनस कैरी ओवर सब्ट्रैक्शन ये सब करा रहे थे. तो when we grew up we realized कि ये प्लस माइनस का आगे जाके बहुत सारा uses hai. Okay, similarly when the professor is teaching in the class about any particular subject, please understand that this is going to be used somewhere in the industry. So when you are going out of this college, you are going to use this somewhere in your in your career, right? So like when Abhay studied about fluid dynamics in his college, probably he did not know that he is going to become an expert at it. Okay, when I studied steel, I never realized, metallurgy in college, I never thought that I'll be working in a steel plant and I'll actually be seeing those rolling mills or going up to a ladle furnace. Okay, or maybe अभी जाके ठीक है ladle furnace was one thing, but उसका आगे जाके हम जब मैकेनिकल मेटलर्जी पढ़ते थे, डीटर बुक था, I don't know whether it's still being used or not, but when we were going through that green colored मोटा वाला book, we didn't know कि actually ये जाके रोलिंग मिल ऐसे होता है, स्टील इससे ऐसे बनते हैं या फिर ये गियर बॉक्सेस से चलते हैं. Okay, and those hot rolled coils used to come out. So we didn't realize when we were being taught these things. So idea of keeping this slide is that when you are studying something, there is opportunity in a global level. Okay, now we are not restricted to one state, one country, or one continent. You can apply your knowledge everywhere. Wherever you go, you can apply your knowledge. Okay, so this is only to give you a perspective of the opportunities that are available for you when you are stepping out of the institution. Okay. All right, so this brings us to the end of this presentation. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to take it.
Ma'am, which oils are used in fluid coupling?
Which oil?
Are used in fluid coupling?
Which oils?
Yeah, so oil, as I told you, we can use the oil from the different brand like also PCL or HPCL or Shell oil, which has a viscosity of ISO VG 30 or ISO VG 46. So there are 5-6 popular brand in India. So you can use all of them. Only you have to ensure the viscosity of the oil.
Sir, are these the same oils that we use in automotive industries like engine in our mobile?
No, automotive industry, they have the different requirement of the viscosity. Even if you talk about the gearbox industry also, they have the different viscosity requirement like ISO VG 320. And fluid coupling, they require the different, because this fluid coupling, you have to transmit the power through the fluid. So the optimization of the viscosity is very important. Otherwise, you lose the efficiency. Yes, like if you go to like Russia, maybe extreme low temperature, where the ambient temperature is sometimes below -40 degree, then again, then you have to change the viscosity. Otherwise, you lose the efficiency. And like if you are using the fluid coupling under the hazardous application, then you have to use the heat resistant oil, which has a different viscosity. So many times, depending upon the ambient temperature, depending upon the application requirement, you have to make the proper selection of the oil.
Sir, what are the limitations of this technique?
What are the limitations of
This technique.
Okay, yeah, limitation is like as I
I'm
told.
not supposed to talk. We are not supposed to talk about the limitations of this technology.
Like
But yeah, since you asked, we'll
like sometimes you go to the many plant that they prefer to use the electronic drive, not mechanical drive, because this is something like we call it a dirty job, because you find like a lot of dust on the machine. You have to do little maintenance. So the people they may not they're happy to use the mechanical drive in the industry. So for them they feel like this is not a good solution. But if you talk about the efficiency, this is more efficient compared to any of the electronic device.
Industry is that, core industry, engineering, meaning, metallurgy, mechanical, electrical, right? So these have to be there. You cannot live without a metal. You cannot live without motion. Okay. And obviously, electricity has become an important part of our life. So you cannot do without electrical engineering. So these are the, basics of engineering. And, that is why kind of robustness is applicable to these engineering techniques or technology. So while the world is moving towards an electronic era, electronic phase, but at the same time people also realize that this technology is more robust. So many people, whenever we are going out, there are some technology adopters, right? Somebody is quick to adopt a technology. Example, iPhone आया है market में, iPhone 13 आया, so there will be a set of people who will always go out and try a iPhone 13 first. Okay, but then there will be a set of people who will wait कि ये चल कैसे रहा है, फिर देखेंगे हम try करेंगे या नहीं. Okay, so there is a set of people who are moving towards electronics because that is more interesting, that's easy, less dirty. Okay, and then you can sit in a plush AC office and control the your machines. But there is a set of people also who have used and then they realize that this particular technology is more robust. Okay, इसका breakdown कम होता है, ये ज्यादा चलता है, लाइफ इसका ज्यादा है. Okay, so then even after going for an electronic alternative, they decide to come back to this technology. So even when I joined this organization a few years before, the idea or the word that was doing the round that this technology is going to fail. Okay, this technology is not going to stay. When we traveled to Vietnam also, 2 years before, there was a say that we don't need this, we'll be going for an electronic alternative. But now, when like over a period of 4 years, we are seeing that people are going back to this fluid couplings. Okay, so limitation wise, the only limitation is that it's dirty. It's a dirty job. Oil hai, right? Dust wala atmosphere hai. That's the only limitation, I would say.
Any question? Manish sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it over? Anybody wants to ask any question?
कोई क्वेश्चन है आपका?
Kunal, Nitesh, Rohit, Abhishek, Jitender, Ashish, Dimple. These are from first year, second year, and third year. Except fourth year, all the students are available.
So we always, in any audience, any student audience, whether it is college, engineering college, or even we take sessions. So there is always a set of participants who always ask questions. So why is it that nobody is asking any questions? We just heard 2 questions.
Tamanna ma'am, Aditya, any question?
We have a student, ma'am, and she will be asking a question.
Yes.
In cars में use होता है.
Do we use fluid couplings in cars?
In cars.
Cars. Not exactly in the car, but some of the automobile industry, we use the fluid coupling like a forklift. Forklift is one of the typical application where we use the fluid coupling in small size, and also like a snow blower, road sweeper. So these are the automobile industry where we use the fluid coupling. In the car, no. Car usually it is like a controlled by the electronic device because of the compactness.
Sir, do we have any
Aditya?
chance? Sir, do we have any chance for practical experience in your company?
The student is asking for the internship and job opportunities in your company.
Internship, yeah. So that's something beyond our purview, but yeah, we can always take it up with HR and look, see for opportunities.
Ma'am, it's not audible.
I said that's beyond our purview, purview of me and Abhay. But if anybody is interested, you can let us know. We'll take it up with HR and we can see what can be done. Was that audible?
Yeah.
So we are very selective in answering and questioning.
Okay, so let me thanks Tamanna ma'am and Abhay sir. It's really a very fantastic experience about knowing something new about the fluid coupling technology. So I would like to thank dear Tamanna ma'am and Abhay sir to both of you for sharing your knowledge and experience in this topic, which was enriching and very, very informative. Last but not the least, I would like to thank and appreciate your acceptance of being the expert speakers within a very, very short span of time, and also sparing from your busy schedule. Thank you so much. And I'll request Manish sir to speak few words. He is our HOD of Mechanical Department. Sir, Manish sir, please.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Tamanna ma'am and Abhay sir for delivering such a valuable information regarding transmission of power. As we know, in Department of Mechanical Engineering and Civil Engineering, we have a lot of sectors, we have a lot of fields in which we can work, and this special session is on transmission of power via using fluid coupling. So I hope our student of engineering background from mechanical and civil will get insight into an industry, how industry is working and producing these constant speed and variable speed fluid couplings. And as also we get to know that these industries are not limited to a certain area and a particular country or
Manish sir, it's not audible.
From their side, I think from the seminar hall, I think they some.
Yeah. Ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
Yes.
we both can, but I think there is something from seminar hall. Let me check. Thank you, Tamanna ma'am. Abhay sir.
Are they joining back?
No, actually meeting is over for
Okay,
them.
fine.
Perfect.
Fine. So please
Okay.
do convey our thanks to Manish sir. Okay, and the audience also. I think we had a good
Sure.
audience, right? I
Yeah,
think
good interaction also.
audience.
This is the first time the students are listening to Abhay sir. Otherwise, they. Okay.
This is a very interesting subject. So I was
Yes.
also anticipating that the people will like. I was glad that
Yes.
you liked it. So all
Okay.
right, thanks. Maybe next time we
Okay.
have to come over.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.